of last year, 1994. Now, unenthusiastic draw last summer against Wilson. What version of Evander Holyfield will Ray Mercer? Heart defect. Evander made a decision. Institution in Minnesota verified that. In fact,
whatever the case may be, you go against Bo.
This is a critical fight that will determine the remainder.
10 rounds of boxing. Let's get ready to rumble! He now has a record of 23-2 with one draw. Ray Mercer! A professional record of 30 victories, 22 by KO. Evander
Happens out here. Obey my commands. Let's keep it strictly professional.
Mercer doesn't know what it's like to be knocked down.
No, but I think Holyfield's jab's a little more precise, a little.
Trying to work behind that. Justin.
I want to see the same thing I'm seeing now, and I want to see him. I think we'll have an idea of mentally where he's at. If he's able to.
Of training camp, and then he came in at what looks to be for this fight. He was walking around. Mercer working with a new trainer, Tommy Evander. That test will move on as on Holyfield's part. Second round of our heavyweight men. We talk so much.
Putting the pressure on. I think that's going to help him late.
With Marion Wilson. Prior to that, he had the rematch with
Mercer. Needs to make it a dog fight and see what kind of take advantage of being able to grab Evander. He shouldn't so far. I don't think Ray can stay back.
Right hand comes in from
with his own jab to slow him down.
Does so there, and a
kind of an uneventful round, not a really decisive round either way, showing.
He was quoted earlier as saying
his own jab. He's not leading with his own jab, and that turns out bad for. Ray looks good with his jab.
And after the lunging hook by Mercer, back to the. There's an earlier, and all of a sudden, the dip hook by Holyfield is blocked. Mercer. Don Turner and Tommy Brooks say you got to stick with the
counter off his own jabs and off of Ray's aggression. Ray changes, and hope be a big problem for him. Like right now, he hasn't really thrown a punch in about 50. Right now, he could definitely take advantage of something here.
That Evander Holyfield, after a diagnosis of a heart defect.
Any way he has to, even if he has to engage him, force Holyfield to find the answers to those questions.
And the former undisputed cruiserweight champion, Evander, through the first half of this fight. Once again with the right hand.
Bend his knees and sit his butt down and push that jab. It could raise the big questions in Holyfield's mind. That was a trick, actually.
Left-right combination from Holyfield, John.
Right, it's conditioning is such an important.
Mercer coming to the halfway point of this schedule, 10 rounds. Doesn't come off that gas pedal. There were hints of that in the
jab with him. You can't lower your output against him because
is one of the reasons why Evander has been so successful in his career.
Holyfield will get more confident. That's what Holyfield wants, doing nothing. And Evander didn't do anything. So Ray's got to bite down. It's a different pace fight for him to have any kind of effect on Holyfield.
A little bounce to his step. Another right hand. Or even 4-2.
Oh, very likely, but the last 4 rounds are going to be huge.
Let's listen in.
Listen up, you got to stay down round.
Let's go!
A nice left uppercut from Ray Mercer in that 6th.
Physically right here. Establish his jab. Now that Evander's into a little boxing mode.
What kind of shape is he in mentally? Will those doubts?
You can't let Evander get himself together. Evander should settle down and pump his own jab.
Champion Evander Holyfield. 3 rounds to go. Corner of Evander Holyfield. Peeking into that eye. Does it affect his vision? Taking the jab well. On our scorecards, we have, and the work they did on the cut did not hold up at all.
And Evander's only throwing 1 or 2. He's running it, but now he's letting Evander back in.
Holyfield yet.
Ray's just got to keep busy this round.
Said stay on top of Holyfield. And now the red going into the eye. But they're going to let it go. Ray thinks he's got him where he wants him.
He's definitely keeping him back.
Good left hook.
Here it comes.
Oh, and the effects of that. So around that, Mercer was winning. Holyfield against a guy like Evander Holyfield.
Realized how hurt he was.
Another look.
He does. He lets his hands go when you're aggressive with him.
So what was a close fight may have just opened Evander Holyfield. Hey, John Scully.
Mood sense of urgency here. He looks confident and ready.
About the heart, the grit, the conditioning. Now, energetic here in this 9th round as blood.
Evander has a good sense of when his opponent is weakening, just like he did in the
Holyfield's victory against Riddick Bowe to claim
against Moore, that's for sure.
This is a much different deal. They will have 3 minutes to go from Atlantic City. Now or never for 34-year-old Ray Mercer. And the nap, 3 minutes to go. 10th and final round. Holyfield. And he scored a knockdown. Got so bad that in the 8th round.
You see here, I would feel like he's got to feel like he's probably going to help that situation. It's only going to get worse for him if he doesn't show half of the round. He probably feels like he's in control. He doesn't really need to get.
Mercer falls in with a right hand, and his trunks are below his guard belt, and second clap, and it's like an alarm going off for him. Definitely. An alarm of urgency. And he was a completely different fight. Holyfield embraces him. Nice.
Well, Evander tried to step out, and Ray held onto his foot. See that there?
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards.
2 for Ray Mercer. You see his reaction there.